What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Mythic Heroes, and today is the final day of the summoning session for Poseidon. Some of you guys might have gone for him, others not as much. We went kind of all in on him pretty much. I mean, we got him all the way up. We got most all of his rewards. We bought out like all his copies. We didn't buy a lot of stuff on here, but we got everything unlocked, even the iconic weapon over 400. We could have gone for some other things up here if we really pushed for progression, but I mean, overall, I've been very, very happy with Poseidon. His disruption, his tank ability, everything about him puts him at a good number 2 in my opinion, behind Athena. Now, of course, a lot of people will say, well, Barry, what about Typhon? I mean, this is probably one of the best tank heroes in the game, but again, he's a UR hero. It's not a hero that 99% of players are even going to be able to build up close to max. You're going to be wanting to go for those tank heroes, and the tank heroes right now, out of all of these, I would still definitely put him at number 2 behind Athena. He actually pairs very well with her because she is a very good tank that, you know, can heal and shield her team. But what Poseidon does is something a little bit different. Poseidon's abilities group enemies together, while even if you don't have like targeted AoE abilities on your team, is a nice disruption to combat, especially at the end where, you know, you can knock all the targets into the air, which is a very nice CC effect. Undercurrent, there's a knock in the air effect here too, so if you can kind of get this hero to work very well and be tanky enough for you, he's a very nice pairing with other disruption heroes. And like on my account, he's a very, very nice disruption paired with Lucifer, because between Lucifer's ultimate ability, Holy Chaos, like stunning and knocking people away, a lot of times that stun and knock will push them more into a group section, allowing Whirlpool of Wrath to actually do a bit more damage. Now, of course, we have his weapon fully maxed out. Well, almost maxed out. We almost have his divinity completely finished as well. We do need one more point over here in order to get his iconic weapon leveled up 5 more points so that he can get his weapon all the way up to level 500. But this is pretty good. So, recovers max health every time tidal wall shield is hit. So, what is tidal wall shield, or tidal wall just shield? Yeah, Poseidon protects himself with the tides. If he takes damage exceeding 10% of his current health, the excess will be reduced up to 60%. The protection is activated when the current is actually inflicted at 8% at this point. So this right here is how he kind of stays alive. He doesn't have a heal, but what he does do is he has like from like a pain suppression or a shield wall type effect, where as he takes more damage here, he's going to reduce a ton of it. So you are going to need some sort of support with him compared to like Athena, who can technically shield, heal, all that fun stuff. And he has a lot of disruption of the enemy's energy as well on the weapon right here. When the enemy unit is hit by the Whirlpool of Wrath, it'll decrease their attack speed by 50% for 5 seconds. That's pretty significant because that is his ultimate ability, and that's disrupting the battlefield quite a bit. Last thing I want to talk about, as far as artifacts and runes, I mean, it's hard to not throw a shield on a tank hero, and of course the earth runes, which are going to give you that damage reduction, especially this part for the first 10 seconds, increase defense by 50%. That helps a ton, get, you know, some healing going from his support, things like that. But I did play around a bit with some, of course, Yasunaki, because it's probably one of the best artifacts in the game. This is kind of good because it's using the active skill, has a 54% chance to half the cooldown of it, which is lowering this right here. It's decent. The knock and stun is pretty good, so you can kind of get a nice chain stunning action going. But overall, I feel like he really needs this tank ability, at least until I can completely finish him out. One other thing is he has some interesting abilities in his divinity. Right now I'm running this one. During the first 15 seconds of battle, he recovers more health, so it just gets him into that point where he can get that ultimate ability off. Otherwise, sometimes he can be a little squishy. I like this one because I run a bunch of healing here too. After receiving a healing skill, an additional recovery of 6% health is also generated. Again, it's just more things to try to keep him going. And then when his health is above 50%, increases damage. That part I don't really care about, but when his health is below 50%, reduces damage taken. Now, I haven't really found any other... I haven't really found any other thing that I like. A lot of these are more geared towards like his offensive capabilities, but I'm not really building him for offense. So I feel like this 3 setup here is one of the better ones to go for. We'll jump into some combat here. I don't know if we can make any progress in campaign because I've been pushing quite heavily for progress lately. We are in chapter 27. Essentially what the team I'm running is, of course, Athena and Poseidon in the front row, Lucifer, Tammy, and Iadun in the back row. Looks pretty solid. I don't want you going up against Anubis right away. I want you going against Athena. And actually I want Poseidon going against Athena. So we'll slow combat down a little bit so it's not too hectic. But you'll see how he has a bunch of extra healing in the early fight to try to keep him going, mainly because it does take him quite a while to actually get to his ultimate ability. Now you'll notice Lucifer pushed everybody back. Sadly, I guess because there's a ton of mummies here with Anubis, it does mess with his ultimate ability where he will target wherever everybody's grouped up, and if everybody's grouped up including summons, it makes it a little bit less good. That is one situation that I do not enjoy it. Yeah, you can see here, like there's just too much healing going on. Let's actually take him into Divine Chronicles and see if we can make any progress here as well. So we do have a decent Verdian type style team. We have some support in the back row with Naga, Nuwa, and Iadun, Tammy, and Poseidon. I'm going to put Poseidon against Thor because I hate Thor. Thor is so tanky too. He's very, very tanky. Let's see how this ends up going when he has triple support in the back row. Now, granted, the support isn't going to get that much help because we only have one tank here in the front row. Tammy's going to be zipping around, which kind of makes him vulnerable. You'll notice here it's a nice CC effect to keep the melee style characters away from your damage dealers like Tammy, so that is a huge help. He's still alive and actually is making us make a little bit of progress here, so not too bad. You'll see damage isn't his thing, but healing and damage taken is going to be the big things you want right there, so not too bad. Let's see if we can actually just keep pushing on further. We'll speed the combat back up to 3 times so you can see it at full speed. But yeah, I'm really enjoying him so far. He's again, look at that. That's perfect. Now, sadly, we don't really have any AoE heroes to really take advantage of that, but it is just such good disruption of the enemy team to give your hard carry heroes more time to potentially deal damage and not get caught out like this. Tammy, good lord, this hero's crazy. She teleported right on top of them and literally got stomped to the ground, but you can see how his abilities, you know, CC everybody right here. This is going to be a nice ultimate grabbing everybody. If only we had someone to capitalize on that, it would be so great. So I think his skill set is only going to get better as the game goes on and we have more heroes that might do better, like cleave type abilities. Right there ended up being perfect to keep them off Tammy just long enough so that she could keep getting her ultimates off, her actives off, and we could win the battle. Let's see if we can get to the next checkpoint here overall. And it's mainly due to him upgrading. We were a hard stop because we didn't have a tank in the Verdian faction. Now we're just like cruising through because, again, he is the perfect disruption of the enemy team overall. Very close on that one. I want to put him down to the bottom row and protect Iadun more because she's the better support out of the 3 that we have. Naga just doesn't have the capabilities right now. That felt really bad though. That was really bad. Maybe what we want to do is this instead. Keep them on the top row and put Iadun up there. Could be better. He'll be able to keep her alive a little bit longer. Tammy, we're going to need some good damage here. Ooh, yeah, maybe that's not a good setup there. Maybe that's not the way we want to go. Maybe doing something like this where she just buys some time for us. She's kind of tanky. She heals. She does some stuff. Yeah, this definitely seems like the better way, but we are hard stuck again. And again, a lot of these are going to be because you don't have a full team just yet, but we're working on it. And I do think he is probably one of the top 2 to 3 tank heroes you can build right now, especially outside of UR heroes. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think about Poseidon, if you summon for him, if you're enjoying him. I like him on the free-to-play account in the early game too, which is really cool. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.